Finally today, you know that I've been rooting for foldable phones because, number one, the concept actually appeals to me because I like the idea of having a bigger screen when I need one, while still being able to carry around a device small enough that can fit in my pocket. But also, I just really like to see any sort of hardware innovation in the smartphone space that has been just, giant slabs of glass for way too long. At the same time, a ton of you out there seem to think of foldable phones as a gimmick, so you'll probably think that this is a gimmick as well. But again, innovation, people. Say hello to the LG Wing, a smartphone with a 6.8-inch main twisting display. Yes, a display that twists around, revealing a 3.9-inch display underneath that main 6.8-inch display. So that you can, you could actually do quite a bit of things with this, quoting Chaim Gartenberg in The Verge. The new phone is inspired by LG's current trends of dual-screen smartphones like the G8X, ThinkQ, and the Velvet, along with the company's classic swiveling LG VX 9400 feature phone released over a decade ago. The Wing is set to be the first device under LG's new Explorer project branding, aimed at exploring ways to, quote, breathe new life into what makes a smartphone, end quote. Wing's most interesting feature, of course, is the two OLED panels. Instead of folding out for two full-size or one flexible panel side by side, the Wing's main display twists around and up to reveal the second screen in a shape that looks a lot like a Tetris T-block. The idea is that when in swivel mode, you'd use the main display for whatever your primary task is, while the second display serves as a supplemental window for another app or extended functionality. For example, LG imagines using the secondary panel for camera controls while using the camera application, freeing up the main display as an uncluttered viewfinder. Flip it around and you can use the main display as a massive widescreen keyboard while you respond to a message thread displayed on the smaller vertical display. Video applications can use the second display for media and volume controls. A lot of this, though, will depend on third-party developers embracing the second display to extend their apps. Otherwise, it'll end up a cool feature limited to just LG's own software. Of course, you could also use it to simply run two applications side by side, play a mobile game on your main panel while streaming it online to friends and fans using the second display, or read Twitter while watching the latest football match. The Wing doesn't just have to be used in landscape format either. LG is just as enthusiastic about using the main display in a standard candy bar portrait mode as it is the more obvious widescreen format, with the secondary panel serving as an auxiliary display of sorts while you navigate on Google Maps or read the latest document from work. The secondary half display can also be disabled while flipped out using a grip lock feature, allowing you to use it as a useful handle when watching a movie, for example. The Wing's unique form factor also leads to one of the phone's most interesting features, a gimbal mode that allows for the secondary display to be used as a grip, complete with joystick controls for adjusting the camera. LG actually included a second dedicated ultra-wide camera on the back to capture footage while the main display is in its swiveled landscape mode with a rotated sensor to match the orientation. It's also equipped with a new hexamotion sensor that the company says helps avoid interference. The Wing can also shoot in a dual recording mode, capturing video from the front and rear cameras at the same time, end quote. No word on pricing or release dates, but honestly, if a simple foldable phone can't catch on with you naysayers, maybe this one won't either.